So you're welcome back once again. We're still talking travels. I mean, there's a whole lot to talk about on this. I mean, because a lot of us have gone through different channels and we have been refused visa. And sometimes when we are refused visa, most of us think that's the end of the world. But just because maybe you didn't get something right or you did something wrong. So our expert in the house today is just going to give us some pointers. I mean, what you need to do. Say, for instance, you want to get a tourism visa. What are the steps to take? And this thing, according to him, varies from countries. So let's take, for instance, now I want to go to the UK on a tourism visa. That is also as good as visiting visa. Yep. So if I want to go to the UK now on a tourism visa, what are the steps? What do I need to get? What do I need to give the embassy to make them give me this visa?
Okay. For the UK tourist or visit visa, whether you're going to see a friend, you're going for an event, you're going for a conference, you're going for business, they are all tourists because or non-immigrant visas, but not study. In this case, what you need first, most importantly, you need a bank statement.
Okay.
A bank statement that corroborates who you are. Who are you? Are you a businessman? If you're a businessman, you need a bank statement of your business account and a bank statement of your personal account.
A bank statement of your business account
and your personal account. Because you're a businessman. You own the business. And people should not mistake to feel like a business account is because I'm the MD or I'm
it shouldn't be like, it's not the same.
It's different because the business is an entity on its own. You are a different entity. But however, it's not to say that as the MD you cannot use or front with the business account, but you're already giving an impression to the embassy that I run a one-man company. For example, I run a business. I can't just go and take money from the business account when my accountant there has to be something allocated. If it's at the end of the year, maybe we'll now begin to check about the profit we have made. It's different. So it's just trying to tell you that this is organized. If you go to the bank, I'm paid salary. Like every other staff are paid salaries. But if I need any money from the company, I can't go to the business account. I can only make a request that, okay, XYZ pay the MD XYZ allowance. And it's going to be paid into my personal account, which is what I spend from.
Okay.
So if you're a businessman, you need to bring your business account, but make sure that you're not trying to say that you are spending directly from your business account for your vacation.
Yeah.
If you're a salary earner, you need a salary account. So you need to bring your salary account. Some people may have a second account. I earn salary in account 1, and then I move it from account 1 to account 2. It means in that case, your savings rest in account 2. You earn salary from account 1. You need to bring both statements.
Okay.
One showing that you earn from an employer, another showing that the money moves to this place where I save it and I do my expenses. Maybe I still get some other monies from friends and families to that account. So you need to bring those two accounts. So most importantly, you must show that you are financially capable. On the other hand, you also need if you need things that can buttress your economic stance. If you have a properties were acquired with money. So you need documents that will prove that. If you have other forms of investment, you need to bring that. Treasury bills, because it's all about economy. Why I'm listing many things that has to do with money is because I said economy. If you remember what I was saying.
Yeah, true.
So you need to bring some of those things. I remember one of my visas, I do savings with piggy vests. I had to request piggy vests, give me my bank statement, any kind of thing that shows you've got
that you're well off
money.
In your own country.
Share certificates, maybe like IPOs that were issued by the share companies that are selling shares. They are all showing savings that you've got. So you can aggregate those things. You could also value properties that you are submitting. If you're submitting document for a property, you can value that and say this is what this is valued. But most importantly, liquid cash must be in your personal account.
Like how much liquid cash should be in your personal account? I mean, that's what a lot of people want to ask.
Okay, now, if I earn salary...
That's as a salary in and
yes,
out.
I earn salary of 250,000. Remember, I need a 6-month cycle of statements. Money comes as 250. I spend everything. Is remaining 30,000.
It means you're not financially capable.
So I'm just saying, the next month, you withdraw everything and remaining 50. Your disposable is what you can use on vacation. And then 1 month to your travel, 2 million just came in. From where? Who? Why didn't he give you the 2 million at the beginning of the 6th month ago? Why is it 1 month where you can travel so that you can just put in your account and quickly give him back? These guys are thinking also. You are not submitting this document to dumb people. So these funds need to follow a pattern. That pattern is what a lot of people have gotten wrong.
I mean, because most of these agents here and there, they just tell you, don't worry, we will do it for you.
They don't have a visa. They've never gotten a visa, so they don't know what it takes to get a visa. And so sometimes when they come to people like us, and at the end of the day, we still tell them we need to speak to the client himself. We need the person who is doing this. You can't sign a document on behalf of somebody else. Tomorrow, this is not tenable anyway. And that's why most times we ask. So you need these things, your financial document, then of course things that need to show that you are economically stable, like I said.
Apart from,
then
additionally, when you've proven that you're economically stable in your country, what else do you need?
Then, of course, I think majorly that. But of course, it's not enough to say, if he's a businessman, I need to bring invoices, the one I got from companies that I made supplies to. So if they were paying me, there has to be proof that business was going on. So some of these things, so it's not really cast on stone. It's an endless list based on the profile that you submitted. Then for those who have families, you can actually bring pictures of your families, marriage certificate, birth certificates of children. I've got a family here. So even if you see me, I don't have enough money, I can't run away. In as much as a lot of people have actually run and left family. So
welcome to Nigeria.
So however, you know, a list of things that pertains to you. Then also acknowledging if you have applied before. Sometimes we want to look at it and say, okay, because there's information sharing, there has to be some bit of acknowledgement with certain refusals, especially when you are aware. You have advance notice of countries that share information. Because we know countries that actually share information. They have treaties on visa applications like that. So, I mean, just this document basically. And then you can go, they use, like the UK, they use TLS, that's the name of the agent, TLS consultant. So you just submit your paper. They have offices in Abuja, Lagos, here in Ikeja, and somewhere in VI also, they have their offices.
You've made us understand that for you to go to the UK on a tourism visa, you need to be economically stable. So when you have done all of this, what are the chances of them giving you a visa and refusing you a visa?
Now, like I tell you, if the pattern in your statement, now for everybody listening to me, I know a lot of people must have actually applied to UK and they've been refused. Believe you me, 99% of why you were refused will be referring to your bank statements. I mean, you will always say that if you're listening here. They will always want to tell you that you will not come back because they found certain things wrong with your bank. So, I mean, there's nobody denying you don't have wife and children. That's not the problem. So if a single guy who does not have a single family member, but he's got money, he can travel if he's presented well. Remember, like I said. So it's not enough like I just put 500,000. Where did 500 million? Where did 500 million come from? With business, you didn't submit certificate of incorporation that you have a business, but you have 500 million. Are you doing business? An uncle can just throw 500 million and you don't have access to that account, and then you want to claim that you're the owner. So they are saying things that, a lot of questions that needs to be answered. So you just need basically these documents, and once you put these things together, you can submit, and you should get a visa. I mean, you should get a visa if it's done. From our experience, we have not had a reason to have any visa turned down. In fact, we've even worked on cases of people that have been banned. I mean, there's this client that came and like banned for some years. But there are ways we had to represent the whole thing to the embassy. And you know, when she got the visa, she was shocked. She called and was like, she couldn't believe. Because it was represented, and there was 100% taking responsibility of why I was banned. Yes, there was you can't be saying what you'll be denying that one agent did for me. As at the time you went to submit, did you tell the agent that he was giving you fake statement? But you submitted. It was only when you were banned. You're not trying. So you will be liable. So, but we took responsibility, and at the end of it, that visa was issued. So it's all about how much of the system you understand, get the right document that fits your profile.
Yeah.
Everybody, no two people have the same profile. Even the same person working with Oxford with you, you could be at the same position. Your profiles are different. Oxford is the same, but what about family and other things? They are different. Qualifications, where you've been to, age, and many other things. They are all factors that come together to determine whether you can get a visa or not.
Wow, it's been really an extensive talk. I mean, I think we can go on and on and on about this. So, for instance, now, I mean, if you were refused a visa, say for instance in the UK, you tried the first time, you were refused. I think you get banned for like, is it 10 years?
No, you're not banned.
You're not banned.
You can reapply immediately.
Okay.
Now, there could be, consul officers could also make some errors. They are not perfect, they are humans. And especially with the fact that you've been refused and you are told that there are no chances to appeal. An appeal means you could reapply to give a rebuttal to say this is why I feel my visa should be issued, and you don't need to pay for that. But at the moment for the UK, you do not have rights to appeal. Whatever the consul officer says is final, even if he makes a mistake. Now, if you want to correct that mistake, you need to reapply, which implies paying a new application fee and other things like that. So in some cases like that, where you see that this guy is not getting it perfectly right, we have had situations where we reapply immediately. A refusal comes today, we are applying tomorrow. But remember, they will refuse you and say till your situation changes. But we are strongly believing that this situation is perfect, but you must have made this mistake. And from the refusal that comes, we give a rebuttal in the reapplication. And in most cases, we've had those visas reissued. It's only the US, I don't know if that still stands. If you're refused the visa, you need to wait for 6 months. It's not really a ban.
Okay.
The US says, when refuse you a tourist visa, you need to wait 6 months to apply for that same category of visa. But if you were going for a study visa, you could still apply for anyone.
But I've heard that you get banned for 10 years.
No, you get banned for 10 years when you do something wrong.
Okay.
And what is wrong, which is common around here? Fake documents. And I'll tell everybody who is listening, nobody can give you an original bank statement. It's not possible if you're not running it. Not everybody understands that your bank account does not just exist in your bank alone. There's NIBN, that Nigerian Interbank Savings System. There's CBN that regulates all these things. And somebody just comes. I have somebody who worked in the previous one of the banks that have closed that have been acquired by another bank today. He was a staff in that bank. He got a bank statement from that same bank. Maybe somebody in the bank, maybe head office or somewhere, say, don't worry, we can do the statement. And he applied for a UK visa and was banned for 10 years because that account was false. Because it's not his. It's not that it's not his. Nothing like that exists.
Oh, wow.
And then some people you need to understand that when they are verifying bank statement, they are done is line item. It's not to say that account number, balance. Can we check about, let me see, 30 or 40, 50 line item that they correspond? And no bank can ever respond to an embassy for a fake statement. So no matter who tells you that I am the one that sits on the desk where they confirm, it's not true. Because most times they may not even confirm your bank statement from your bank. It may be going to a higher regulatory body to get some of those things done. So don't be fooled into somebody to provide a bank statement for you. In fact, somebody said that lately, and we had to interview further. I'm saying, okay, there's a pattern it must follow in terms of transactions. Say, we can. In fact, when we saw, I was asking, does he work with the bank? If this guy works with the bank, he won't be speaking this way. But by the time one of my staff talked to an extent, we realized that he really does not understand what he's saying. So if you need, you must do the time. The bank account must be real. It has to be real. And that's one thing. So banning comes only when you submit something that is not real. Once it's forged, and in some cases they may not even return those passports or documents to you. In exceptional cases, they return the passport to Nigeria Immigration Service.
Wow.
if there is something implicating even on the passport. I had somebody who has traveled out but got banned because of just entry and exit stamp. He never traveled to Ghana. I don't know how people get to do some of those things. They were stamped. And I asked the person, I said,
okay, the person didn't travel to these countries, but he got stamps from those countries.
Wow. There are people that get to do that. And they dictated it to the point they sent to immigration. Immigration confirmed the stamp on that passport. They may not send a hard copy passport. But for every time, if you check your passport when you're stamped in or out, there are numbers on those stamps. And those numbers are recorded on the system. And they sent to immigration. Immigration said there is no record of this travel. And it's even through land border.
Yeah.
There's no record of this travel. And that was just that stamp. Family, only that person was not issued a visa and was banned. The other people were given the visas. And when we came to the person, and I remember that was a personal friend's family. And I specifically asked, did you make this trip? And he was like, yes, I did. Are you sure? Because I know people do things like this.
Of course.
Funny enough, I say, why would you even lie to
the embassy?
Somebody, not even the embassy. We are here to help you. It's not even the embassy. How can you lie? When they brought the thing and say it's really true, but I asked you specifically and you said it's true that you did travel. So
I mean, we can't really get this all in one day, really.
A lot.
I mean, a whole lot to talk about.
The tourist is on its own, the study is on its own, migration is on its own, and a lot of people want this thing, but I want to beg people, I mean, especially when you're learning, talk to people who know what they are doing.
Yeah.
There are lots of people who don't know what they are doing. How can I go to you for a visa in the first place? You're not even asking me about my history, if I've ever applied. And so why are you going to answer in that column? And then the man tends to find out. He's not just going to only refuse, he's going to ban you.
Yeah.
It's better to be refused than you can apply immediately than to be banned for 10 years.
Than to be banned.
5 years.
Wow. So I hope you guys are listening. So it's not even just to have it in your mind that you want to Japa and then you don't even have what it takes. You don't have money, you're not working, and then one travel agent from somewhere, somebody who has tried to travel before and was refused a visa, will now come and tell you that he can actually make you or help you travel. That's all a whole lot of faults out there. So you have to really be careful whenever you want to take on this journey. And it's actually easy, like he said. All you need to do is have your economic status in Nigeria very clean and clear. It will be very easy for you to get a visa. But before we let you go, right? I mean, you're really, I mean, whenever we talk about travel, you're always like, the hot seat.
Yeah.
You can talk. So let's, bring you down a little bit.
We're down.
Yeah, you're down now, right? Okay. So let me twist your tongue a little bit. Just a little bit. You're going to do something. Before we round off, we're about to round off the ball. Let's just do this thing. I'm going to say this and then you repeat it 5 times simultaneously.
Okay.
If you fail, you will not get Oxford TV gift. But if you we have a gift for you today. Yes.
I hope it will be a tough question.
No, it's not tough. I mean, it's okay. I'm going to say it once and then you can repeat. You will now repeat it after me 5 times. Okay. Tony's train travels to Turkey. Tony's train travels to Turkey. Tony train travel to Turkey. Tony train travel to Turkey. 5 times. Oh yeah. 1, 2, ready, go. Action.
Tony's train travel to Turkey. 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 Tony's train travel to Turkey.
You missed it though. Start again. There was a place say Tony's train travel to Turkey.
Okay, let me start.
Start again.
Tony's train travel to Turkey.
Faster.
Tony's train travel to Turkey. 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 Tony's train travel to Turkey.
Are you serious now?
I'm serious.
Really? It's a high five you get.
Maybe because Turkey, I've been talking like 21 times.
No wonder. Maybe I should have used something more difficult. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for coming on the show today. I mean, it's been awesome talking to you. And you've opened our minds to a whole lot of things, especially my DOP who has been wanted to Japa somewhere, I'm sure you've got 1 or 2 information now. So thank you so much for coming on the show. And like you've heard him, make sure you get your facts right. So if people want to reach you, actually, I mean, to get more information from you, how do they go about that?
I am from Michelle J Consulting. We are a travel and migration experts. We're at 13 Osho Street, Okwebi, in Ikeja. And you can check our website. It's www.mjcservice.com. MJC and then service.com. Or you could just email me, lucky@mjcservice.com. I think that's good.
All right, so thank you so much for coming on the show. So if you want any information, further information, any question at all that has to do with travels, if you want to do anything, you know, you just want to go to UK today and come back tomorrow, I mean, this is the right guy to talk to. Trust me. Although I'm still waiting for my visa.
It's going to come. Definitely. Remember, we have one this summer.
Yay! All right, so thank you so much. And so let's do a cheers to Friday.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Cheers to Friday. So you know how we do every Friday. Take it down, take a chill pill, take a glass of something red like this. Just be calming down. The world is not ending soon. Just calm down, okay? So enjoy your Friday. Bye for now.